Hi, welcome to part 9 of the video series about vertical projectile motion. In the previous videos, we solved some examples to understand how to use the equations in this topic. In this video and the next few ones, we are going to learn how to draw the graphs of vertical projectile motion. We will start with the simplest one, acceleration versus time graphs. One of the most important steps in drawing graphs is labeling the axes and writing the units. Not doing so can result in being penalized. If we choose upwards as the positive direction, the acceleration will be negative, as the acceleration of an object in free fall is the gravitational acceleration. Its magnitude is 9.8 meters per second square. The graph itself will be straight constant line, as the acceleration remains constant throughout the motion. In case that we choose downwards as the positive direction, the value of acceleration will also become positive. We will draw a similar plot, but this time on the positive side of the graph. Drawing these graphs becomes more complicated when questions involve bouncing. Once more, we will draw the graphs for the cases where either upwards or downwards will be considered as the positive direction. Depending on our choice, the value of gravitational acceleration will be either positive or negative. Initially, it seems that there is no difference in the plotting of the graph. It is a straight constant line as the acceleration of the object remains same throughout the free fall. But free fall is the motion of the ball under the influence of force of gravity only. During bouncing, the object is in interaction with the surface. Object and the surface will exert force on each other. Due to the force applied by the surface, the net force on the object is going to be upwards. According to the second law of motion, the acceleration of the object is in the direction of the net force, which means for a brief period of time, instead of being equal to minus 9.8, the acceleration of the object will become some positive value. This will last only for a very brief time interval. As soon as the object is bounced off the surface, once more the only force experienced by it will be the force of gravity. Therefore, from this point onwards, the value of the acceleration on the graph will again be equal to minus 9.8. Then we will need to repeat the same steps as there is going to be another bouncing. But this time, due to the loss of energy, the force between the object and the surface will be slightly smaller. Hence, the magnitude of the acceleration will also become smaller. After the object bounces off the surface, the acceleration will once more be equal to minus 9.8. This pattern will depend on the number of bouncing asked in the question. If downwards is chosen as the positive direction, we are going to draw the mirrored version of the same graph. Positive and negative values on the graph above will swap positions. In this video, we have learned how to draw acceleration versus time graphs for the vertical projectile motion. In the next video, we are going to learn how to draw velocity versus time graphs. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications in order to be updated about the new videos.